Death of a Unicorn is a 2025 American dark fantasy comedy horror film written and directed by Alex Scarfman. In his directorial debut, it stars Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega as a father and his daughter who accidentally kill a unicorn, causing them to be hunted down by its parents.
What's up, family? We have no intro yet, but we're gonna stick with this one. We're just two short people that keeps it reals. That's gonna get better every week. That I promise you. Okay,
Hi,
we
guys.
saw this is. Oh yeah, how rude. This is my wife Tia, and I'm Wesley. Unfortunately, we didn't introduce ourselves in the very first video, so there's that. So we want to review Death of a Unicorn. This was a pretty random movie. This was a movie that you just kind of like. I had never even heard of. I guess you saw it on, what was it, on Peacock or something?
No, I think it was on HBO.
Yeah. So
I don't know, it looked
she
good.
picked it.
The
Yeah.
cover looked good, and I was like, oh, this is right up my husband's alley. I think he's going to love this.
Man, you know what's so funny? I didn't even think about the fact that. I mean, I'm not endorsing drugs or mushrooms or anything, but I think that this is a mushroom movie.
Oh, yeah.
I actually think
kind
that
of like,
if this was like
a play off of that, it was like years ago, Charlie the Unicorn.
no, I've never heard of that. Is that a
And that-
cartoon or something?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It was like super popular. I want to say like maybe 2008, 2007, 2009. Charlie the Unicorn, and it's like a whole like I think you were supposed to watch it while you were high or whatever. It like, but it's like a super. I think I showed
This
it
is
to you.
definitely
I
a.
think I showed it to you.
Mind you, we are Jesus lovers that no longer do any of these things, edibles or mushrooms. But this is a. I don't want to get seen by anybody, but yeah, this is an edible movie. This is a mushroom movie. It's that type of visual.
I think it would make more sense if you might see some extra stuff in there.
Facts.
For sure.
Facts. I mean, there's unicorns in the movie. I mean, where do you go from there?
Yes.
Okay, so.
So I picked it because it had Paul Rudd. We love Paul Rudd. He's hilarious. It had Jenna Ortega. She's hilarious. Great actress. And what's the guy's name? Will Poulter? Is that his name?
Oh, he was
He was the
yeah,
son.
yeah, the son.
So yeah, Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd. They were on the cover. So they're a father daughter roles. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically, I went into this movie blind. I don't even think I knew the title or really paid attention to the title. So when they hit something in the road, I had no idea that it was a unicorn. I just thought it was an animal or some kind of deer or something. But it was a unicorn, which is
baby unicorn.
it was a baby unicorn, which plays a big factor because apparently this baby unicorn had. I mean, would you say those were the parents or it was just
Yeah,
the parents, yeah.
They don't come until later. But so they hit the unicorn, and I mean, there's already like issues between the daughter Jenna Ortega and her dad Paul Rudd. It seems like he just lost his wife. She just lost her mom. Like a few months prior, maybe, or years. I don't remember what it said. So there's already this like disconnect, between them. They're going to like, I think he has like a job opportunity. And so he's just like fully focused on the promise that he made to his, past wife that he would take care of their daughter. And so they're going to this job, interview, I guess, thing, in this like place where these, mystical creatures are, which I think his boss does, future possible boss, tells him to watch out for, like animals on the road. Because he gets a phone call in the car, and I think he tells him like, watch out for animals on the road. But he's so distracted by his daughter, she's giving him attitude and stuff. She doesn't want to be there.
And he was because we find out later, obviously, that they know about the unicorns.
His boss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
his boss.
so when he was saying animals, it's really animals,
Yeah.
But he obviously couldn't say magical animals or unicorns or anything. But
Yeah. So they hit the unicorn. They think it's just like a regular animal. So they stop. They get out. They go look at it, and they're both, just shocked. Like, is that a unicorn? Um, and the daughter actually has like a connection with the unicorn. Like the horn of the unicorn like lights up and she touches it, and she's kind of taken into this like other dimension. Um, and I guess she connects with the unicorn or something. So the unicorn is not like really dead. They think it's dead, but it's not really dead. And so, what's the dad do?
Well, he beat it with like, I don't know,
Yeah.
some golf clubs or something. And it should have been dead. Interesting fact, I looked up some stuff on unicorns because I knew about them, but I've never looked at the details of the creatures. So I think the movie was pretty accurate to, I guess, some of the superpowers. I didn't even know the unicorns would have had superpowers. I just thought they were like a weird horse with a horn. But
Yeah. So
yeah,
while
apparently-
he's bashing it, the blood of the unicorn, which is purple. I don't know if that does anything or mean anything.
Royalty,
It's
I
purple
guess.
blood. I don't know. So it splashes on both of them. It gets in the dad's eyes, and it gets on the daughter's face. And so the dad had to wear glasses, and the daughter had like really bad like acne on her face. So they pull up to the house, or they take the unicorn, put it in the back of the car. They pull up to his possible boss's house, and it's just weird. From then on, like her acne is clearing up magically. Like he's trying to look at some papers, and he has his glasses on, and he takes his glasses off, and he can see clearly. And so they kind of let his boss. Well, they don't. They kind of keep it a secret, right? That they hit this unicorn, even though it's in the back of their vehicle.
He's keeping it secret because he wants the job, but I don't think Riley, his daughter, is like really.
I think she's
caring.
concerned.
Yeah,
she's really concerned because she's made that connection with it already. So she's concerned. And so she wants to just like leave. She has this bad feeling like we're not supposed to be here. We need to leave. He's not paying any attention to her. She starts to head towards the vehicle and looks out the window, and the car, it starts moving because the unicorn.
Yeah, and now that's really, at that point is really when the movie like gets rolling, like it really starts, because the cat is out of the bag. Oh, there's a unicorn. Now you're trying to figure out like, okay, what are we gonna do with this? And they end up kind of passing this thing off to his boss and family to kind of try to figure out stuff, and then from there it just gets
and that's
wilder.
when Jenna Ortega's character, the daughter, she kind of starts like they have like a library or something there, and so she kind of starts to do some research on this unicorn and finds out that they have magical powers. They something about like a girl, like it like attaching itself to a girl or something, like a virgin, I think it was.
Of course, yeah, it was. I knew it was funny when we were watching it. I was like, oh, I guess she's the pure one or the innocent one. Never mind. I don't even know how they would know that, but that's neither here nor there. But, yeah, she's in high school. This is 2020 something at this point, so who knows what she had done at that point. But,
yeah, so the boss brings in these like doctors and like scientists and stuff, and they're starting to look at the unicorn, and they realize that the unicorn, like the bulk of its power lies in the horn. And so the the boss and his wife and their son are trying to make money off of this unicorn.
Yeah.
And so they're calling all their rich friends and they're like, hey, I got this, basically taking bids for, this unicorn, piece of this unicorn. Um, and we forgot to mention that the boss has cancer. And he's like,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you know, were they trying to, I guess, because I know that later on in the movie, it kind of goes to show that they were looking for these unicorns, maybe. They have been looking. So did they, like, somehow set them up to get the unicorns to them or something? I don't even know how they would have been able to set them up,
I
though.
don't think so. I think the original reason was that the dad, Paul Rudd, was going to take over, like, the family's, like, estate because
So it was
the
just a
boss.
coincidence that
Yeah.
he ran into this thing and they're like, okay, this is perfect.
So
Because
yeah,
they obviously knew about the unicorn and probably, I guess, its powers.
yeah, because all of that history of the unicorn and stuff was in their library or whatever.
Right.
So, the boss gets healed from his cancer. And so they really start to realize, like, oh, this has, like, some real, like, magic power to it. And they start to work on the baby unicorn, like, cutting its horn off and all this, stuff. And they try to transport it. And in the process of that, the parents come. The baby unicorn's parents come. And they're like these big, huge unicorns. And don't really look like unicorns. The baby one did. It was white, looked and small, looked like a unicorn, but the mom and dad unicorn were huge.
You know what was kind of funny about this movie? Because I kind of mentioned it to you earlier in the movie, it didn't play as like a huge comedy or a huge like horror movie. It was like neither. But as you got into this movie further, you could see the humor come out more. You could see a little bit of why it would be dark humor or almost horror, because the movie was like Quentin Tarantino violent to some degree, which is kind of surprising if you I don't know if you saw the cover. I mean, you don't think of unicorn and that type of violence, but it was very overt, over exaggerated violence. So to me, it wasn't a type of violence that was like traumatizing or anything, because it was kind of like supposed to be over exaggerated. I think that was part of the satire of it. But nonetheless, it was pretty violent at parts.
Yeah, I think everyone died except for
The original two.
Jenna, and the butler guy.
Okay, so that's one thing we want to talk about, like who are our standout characters in the movie. Who are your favorite characters in the movie?
The butler, for sure, and the butler is played by.
What's that guy's name?
I don't even know.
Which is
Griff. Anthony Kerrigan, and his character is Griff, so he's the butler of the family, the Leopolds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause he just he did anything that they told him to do, and they kind of betray him like at the end when they're they're being attacked by the mom and dad unicorn, and they're trying to like get out, but
he lived though. He did,
yeah.
Yeah, because he got out.
They like pretty much were like volunteered him to go out because he knew how to open up the gate to let them out.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I've done everything for you guys. But they said something like, it's the least you could do for us or something like that. And he's like, what? Like, I do everything for you guys.
Yeah, this guy, the butler, man, he was I'm a stickler for side characters. Like the main character does not have to be like the funniest person. Like I really like good side characters. So he basically hit every single like humor line that there was. He hit it, and I really liked the son.
Shepherd.
Yeah,
Sheppy.
Shepherd. Oh yeah, well they call him Sheppy.
Yeah.
He was hilarious too. Both of them were to me they kind of carried the film as far as humor, which is surprising because you have Jenna Ortega and you have Paul Rudd. So this wasn't like a. It's very interesting. When I was watching this movie, I was kind of thinking like when the agent brought each of them the script, specifically Jenna. Jenna's hot right now. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm not saying this is a fun movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but just reading the script, I'm wondering like where she is in her career because she's on the trajectory of up.
Well,
Um,
I think this comes out like after she's like done like Beetlejuice,
that's what I'm
which
saying
was
though.
released like what, end of last year.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like
So
to me, this could have been a bomb type of movie. It didn't end up being a bomb. If you watch it for what it is, and you don't like overly take it serious, then it's a good fun movie. It's definitely like it reminded me of like going to the Blockbuster at Friday on Friday nights and renting this type of movie. Like it's a fun movie, but
yeah,
it could easily have bombed. Like
I mean
so,
it doesn't have like the best ratings. So
what are the ratings for?
um, let's see,
I mean, yeah, this isn't the Titanic by any means, guys.
53
Yeah,
on
53.
Rotten Tomatoes, 5.9 on IMDb, and 2.8 out of 5 on
Yeah,
Letterboxd.
like okay, so I think I think what kind of saves this movie is it didn't come across as a movie that was trying to be a good movie. If it was like one of those movies that really took itself serious and was trying to be a good movie, then I would have a super low rating for it. But I think if you watch the movie and just keep in mind that I don't think this movie is like taking itself like too serious. That's why I was talking about like the violence being over exaggerated. Like I don't really think it's taking itself too serious. So I mean from that standpoint it becomes like it makes the rating a little bit higher in my mind. But yeah, this isn't like, you know, this is not gonna win a lot of Oscars or anything. Well it's not gonna win any. But
Yeah, 0.
what did you think of like Paul Rudd? Okay, so the main character is Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega. Let's start with Paul. Like, what did you think of his performance?
I feel like both of them kind of like dialed back
Yeah,
on,
yeah, for sure.
you know, they didn't really they were going like 55 miles per hour. Like they
Yeah,
were cruising in this, these roles. Um, yeah, because I mean, you've seen them in things where they've like really, really acted and they've done, phenomenal jobs. So yeah, they were just like cruising in this role. I think this was kind of just like one of those, like, yeah, I'm not doing anything right now. Sure, I'll
I'm
take
telling you, I
it.
really do think that's what it was. It
Yeah.
was like,
I
I'm,
think Jenna probably had like a break between like Beetlejuice and what's the other
yeah, why not? I'll
Wednesday,
take the
and
extra
she's
$5 million.
yes.
Like that's, I'm telling you, it really comes across as kind of like, oh man, I'm super excited to shoot this movie. It doesn't come across like it's that type of movie.
Yeah.
Like, but I can't say like, oh, I'm baffled by how she did it because she doesn't need the money, so it wasn't a desperation ploy or anything. Paul Rudd, I think overall his performance, like you said, it was definitely dialed back. It's funny because I do you think it's like kind of a missed opportunity because I mean Paul Rudd's a really funny dude, you know, and I don't know if I like him as much when he's in a little bit more serious roles. Some people can do that. They can go back and forth from strong comedy to strong drama. I don't think Paul Rudd has ever been one of those actors that are, James Franco, Seth Rogen. These guys aren't like switch back and forth from drama to comedy. They're basically comedy
Comedy, yeah.
guys. So I don't know. I think his comedy was definitely dialed back. And to me, the butler who was we didn't even know his name. He was a side character, and then Sheppy, was played by Will man, I don't know, Poultry. It's
Whatever.
one of them. Pantry, Will Pantry. Yeah, they really stole the show. They were hilarious. I mean, they made the movie like, pretty solid. overall, I think this movie was definitely a mix between comedy. I wouldn't call it a horror. I just don't. It wasn't. I don't think it was intentionally trying to be scary. Maybe like a thriller, maybe or a suspense. It had a little bit of suspense to it.
Maybe like 2 seconds of suspense.
No, it had some. It had some. Yeah, you were trying to hold my hand a couple times. I don't know if you're just trying to, you know, get up on me or nothing, but yeah, like there were definitely a couple times where those unicorns were like chasing people through the house and stuff. You even screamed on the little.
When they went into the forest, it kind of.
In the daytime?
No. At night, when they went into the forest at night, it kind of like made it look like there was more than 2 unicorns out there. But.
What do you mean more than 2?
Yeah, when they were like.
Well, there was a total of 3.
Yeah, no, in the forest there was only 2.
Yeah, right.
But it made it look like there was more than 2.
Well, why not at this point? I mean, if you have one unicorn, there's a possibility that there's thousands of them out there.
Yeah. It's not a horrible movie, but it's not like the greatest movie ever either. So, if I were to rate it, I think I would give it
reels. Because we keep saying reels on the show.
Okay, if I were to reel it.
Well, no, you don't have to say that. But I'm just saying reels instead of stars.
I think I would give it like 2.5.
2.5 out of 5? I'm going to give it a fun 1.7. It's a 1.7 reels, but it's a fun movie. So, I mean, you could take that for what you want. I mean, 1.7, but a good time. And again, we're not advocating any drugs or anything, but it's a drug movie. Like, for sure. And it's, it's good for kids too. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not good.
Yeah, you
are letting your kids watch that.
Yeah, you would think because of the word unicorn that it's going to be okay.
No, I mean the cover is very clear that it's not okay.
Well, I mean, even
the title "Death of a Unicorn."
I really think this is a movie that's more. It's more intriguing and interesting and fun if you have no idea what you're watching. Like, don't even know the title, don't know anything about it. Don't watch a trailer, just watch the movie.
Don't watch this until after.
Yeah, don't watch this until after. Yeah, I think it's one of those movies. You're still gonna come away thinking, oh, this was a 1.7, but it was fun. Yeah, I can't see it getting any higher. You said it was what, 53? Is that Rotten Tomatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not a great movie. Jenna Ortega, also kind of similar to Paul Rudd. She still did good. She's a great actress.
She is.
But she was dialed back. It wasn't anything where I can say, oh, she just killed this. Sometimes you watch a movie and it's a bad movie, but the actors like really, really killed their roles to the best of their abilities. I don't think the stars of the movie actually did that. This movie, I think they were like slightly better than what the actual plot, is. And as the movie kind of went along, I think, some plot holes developed. As you would expect in a movie that's not great. I give it 1.7. So, yeah, watch it. Don't watch it. You're gonna have a pretty good time, I think, if you watch it though. But don't be mad at us if it's trash, because we told you ahead of time. It is a trash movie. Well, we're getting ready to get out of here. But please subscribe. I didn't put the button down there the last time. I probably won't do it this time. But subscribe. Should be on the screen at some point. Give us some likes so we can get into that algorithm.
Yes.
All right. God bless.